What is up, guys? Welcome back to the stream. I will run through this real quick. We will be racing for the first time the NASCAR Pickup Cup at Phoenix Motor Raceway or International Speedway or something. Yes, Raceway. It'll be my first time driving an actual NASCAR. I've driven stock car and I actually hated it. It was probably one of the worst races I've ever had. I don't know if this one will be any different. I know NASCAR is like a very different beast when it comes to driving, and this one's gonna take a good while. 25 laps. During practice, I was getting 30 seconds a lap. Let's say with traffic, it's 45 seconds a lap. That's what? 45 times 2 would 90. 900, 1100. I don't know. It's not a long time. 25 laps at 40 seconds is, I don't know. But it's less than I think. Oh, also, new socials overlay. Follow me on Instagram and on TikTok now. Also, new phone. Look at that right there. This thing is sick. Super cool stuff. And I can see myself on stream now, I think. Why is this thing taking so long? It's about to start. Oh, yeah, I see myself. That's cool. Enough of that, though. I don't want to get distracted or anything. I was just checking chat. Well, yeah. Here it is. Definitely I have to get used to the NASCAR rules. I know NASCAR rules make no sense at all. I'm going to turn on trading paints. Just because I have a sick Red Bull livery for this car. And I don't want to, like, not use it. I will now join the race. What I have to get used to is the NASCAR rules. NASCAR basically has no rules. You can pit maneuver somebody and get away with it. So, also qualifying, I think I'll just make sure to stay really close to the inside line. Hopefully start up top, finish up at the top. It's not a long race. I generally think like 12 minutes max should be all we need because it lasts like 12 to 15 minutes was what I'm thinking if we can get consecutive 40-second laps. Also, this isn't like brake here, accelerate here. This is just like do whatever you want throughout the race. That's why I would have raced Miami Formula 4, but it starts at the 0 of every hour, like 3, 4, 5, 6. And that like kind of disrupts everything because I'm usually free at the half hour or like before. So usually if I were to jump into a stream, I have to wait like 45 minutes to an hour before the next race session. So this one came in like great. I will jump into practice and this car is crazy loud. So I will turn down the volume. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Awesome. See, that's the livery I was talking about. Crazy cool livery. And It has the number that I want to race with, number 12. Ayrton Senna was number 12. Ayrton Senna, if you guys don't know, is my favorite driver. He was like such a great driver. Like who just such an influential driver of that era. He was really like about it, you know? And I like how Charles Leclerc said one time during an interview, he said, like, now you don't really like worry about death in the car, right? And he even said like how back then it was the one who was willing to get the closest to death, the closest to the limit or over the limit, who would be the best. And he was the best driver. In my opinion, he could have been a lot more. The regulations of that time. But Michael Schumacher, all of those drivers, great drivers. I will go into qualifying now. Qualifying shouldn't take more than like 2 minutes. So yeah, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Yeah, it took no longer than 2 minutes. And I qualified fifth, which is actually great. The real trick here, that was on purpose, the last part, but I think the trick to qualifying, oh dang, I forget y'all can't see it. This inside line right here, the trick is to stay right next to it. But it's very hard to do that because the truck slips like crazy. That's the thing I've noticed with NASCARs. High torque and high speed. These things are crazy quick. So they have a whole lot of torque, so they'll just spin almost immediately. But yeah, staying along this inside line is definitely what can get these people the 29.7. Because, and I say this from experience, I drove the Chaparral 2J in Gran Turismo. I really think like 200 laps over the course of like a week, because a lap was only like 27 seconds. But the trick on that one, it was at Daytona. It's 100% throttle. And the only thing that you're doing differently every single lap is cutting the track more and more. So 100% like where he's finding those, like, these are 500ths of a second. Right? So is it 500ths? Something like that. But where he's finding the 500 milliseconds is like really sticking close to the track. That's where you can find all that time. So yeah, definitely. But that only works in qualifying. Once you're in the race, you really have to be aware of your surroundings to really know what to do throughout the race. And also, one thing I did want to note, I don't remember which driver said it, but it was a good driver. It wasn't one of those like drivers that, like, if I wouldn't take advice from Lance Stroll because, or from Franco Colapinto, right? this guy who said this was a good driver. He said that NASCAR is comparable to going side by side through Eau Rouge, and that like it makes a lot of sense. The cars are slippery. The cars are like probably unstable. You're going side by side through a super fast corner, but we are starting fifth in the number 12 car, and it'd be great if we can get a top five on our debut or even a race win on our debut. And I did forget there is a pace car on this race. Y'all can't see it, but it's right there. I'm gonna grid and I will talk to you guys after the race. I will tell y'all right here, this truck, y'all can't see it. It has the number 3 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Daniel Ricciardo. I will talk to y'all after.
You'll be lining up on the inside. Closed. Pit road is closed. The estimated strength of field is 1,000. Competitive out there. Head down, stay sharp. 5 cars left to green.
Oh, of course. My car is sideways. What was that for? What was that for? We were running so good, third place. All because I didn't come in for some repairs? My car was fine. What damages did my car have? Not even here anymore. Okay. I can see how that might have been a problem. But my car was running fine. See, I can see that that made a big damage, but if I would have pitted in, it would have taken like a year to get this whole thing fixed. Look, my car was running fine with damage. Yeah, I did have to be like this to go straight, but that sucks. Also, not serving the black flag? What black flag? I had a meatball flag that's repairs needed, but you don't need the repairs. Let's go back to when that crash happened. And the worst part is that it wasn't even like that big of a crash. It's just that I got a little bit of contact and the car just completely flipped me over. Man, that sucks so much. Who does that? I mean, like, okay, it was around here, bunched up cars, but I will admit it is fun. NASCAR's crazy fun. But it's just little incidents like this that suck so much. Okay, there, my truck flips over. Alright, see, right here, we're coming up, and I'm just like, so I see the crash as of here. And then I'm already thinking, like, these guys crashed, but my trajectory seems fine. See, up until here, I'm like, my trajectory's fine until this guy starts cutting across. My truck flips over. I want to go by that frame by frame because that thing is hilarious. See, it comes over here, and then I bounce. My whole front bumper is just thrown off. I am in the air. Man, I saw that on the simulator, man. I was like, okay, and I can see already right here wheel damage. The whole side is just damaged entirely. But see, I landed normally, and as of here, I can drive fine. The only problem was the front bumper, but that sucks. It's a good thing I don't take NASCAR that seriously, or else I would have really been like probably crying or something. Not crying, but y'all know how it be. But see this one. Why can't we just race normally at speedway tracks? Why does the street stock have to be at little linear speedway looking things? And it's currently 3:48, so 12 minutes. Huh. I do actually think we can race at Miami, but I don't really want to. Miami's been hurting my I rating like crazy. We were at 1400 4 days ago, and we are now down to 1200. And our safety rating was at 2.8 or like a 2.95. That's also Formula V, but I hate driving Formula V because you downshift that thing and it explodes. It's like the whole thing just like decides it doesn't want to like do anything anymore and just boom. But yeah, we will do. Is because then if I don't drive, then I don't know what to do for the rest of the stream because I can talk all I want. And we will talk more on the new F1 liveries. Let's go to Meets NPR. There's Mazda at Tsukuba that starts in 10 minutes. More NASCAR. Why is oval so popular? It's like dirt mini stock, oval. The BMW M2, I would just be so real with y'all. This car, like, it is not that fun to drive. Cars that are fun to drive, at least for me, are Formula and GT3. Even GT4, but this is like, I don't even know what category of race car this is. but it understeers like crazy, and then when it oversteers, you can't save it. But in general, it is mostly like an understeer prone car. Also, this FF 1600 race at Tsukuba seems super fun. We might do that. Actually, this is the last time. I might do that one on my own time later or tomorrow. Also, FIA Cross Kart. This one is brand new. A new, not brand new, but it came out in the most recent update or season. I drove it and it's pretty fun. It sounds like a motorcycle and it has crazy amounts of torque. It's pretty fun, but it's unstable like crazy. The thing flips over so much, and even Dirt Mini Stock is with the little weird car. How long is Mazda? Uh, race duration is 12. Dang, it's unavailable though because I'm already over here. I'll just withdraw. Yeah, I was gonna lose iRating anyways, and I'm still in rookies over here, so I'm not losing anything. Yeah, let's drive Mazda. Let's see. It starts in 8 minutes. 40. I'm 100% sure we have enough time. It's just I did want to talk on the F1 liveries. But racing's more fun. Also, did you guys see the MX5 Cup today? The IMSA Wellen MX5 Cup? Did I just press test drive? Of course. Well, I just registered for the Global MX5 Cup. Hopefully this is a good race. I have not practiced at all, but I have driven at Tsukuba a lot in the Gran Turismo days that I have done. I had to do a time trial here with a Honda NSX and a Honda S2000. The S2000 is a different like beast around this car, especially in Gran Turismo. Because in Gran Turismo the time trial required. I've always used I've always used paddle shifters, so the manual thing was not a problem for me. What was difficult in Gran Turismo whenever I used to drive there is that on some time trials you would drive without traction control. Traction control in Gran Turismo is huge. If you don't have that, like it's like I realized how different of a simulator Gran Turismo was once I hopped onto iRacing, because it's like when you're in Gran Turismo, you think you are the best driver in the world because you can do most things without the car punishing you. Like, of course, you're gonna spin every now and then, and the car's gonna do something you don't want it to. It's gonna understeer, it's gonna oversteer. I will say, Gran Turismo is one of the most realistic simulators I've ever driven. It's a great simulator. But at the end of the day, it's a game. It has to be easy for people to play, or else they're not going to drag in people. That's why I think iRacing, because iRacing is huge, but it's not as big as Gran Turismo. And it shows because, like, whenever I first hopped onto iRacing, I remember I was like, dang, like, I really, like, I have to relearn how to drive. Let's try and practice now. The new overlay looks sick. I like it so much. Absolutely crazy though, NASCAR. That's what I'm saying. Like the NASCAR, like in general, I don't see why they would black flag you if your car needs repairs and you can drive without them. Because in general, like I didn't see it as an unsafe maneuver. Not unsafe maneuver, but like I didn't see it as unsafe. right? Like, also, my camera's not moved correctly. There we go. But yeah, it's just like, why black flag me when I was driving fine? I was in third place. That genuinely could have been a debut podium on NASCAR. I don't know much on how the NASCAR scoring system works or how if they even have podiums. Also, it is raining. It's not raining that hard anymore, but it has been raining all day, and we have a snowstorm coming to Texas for the first time since 2021. I was alive, like, of course you guys know I was alive 2021. That stuff was crazy. It was like a week of snow, but yeah. I'm gonna use this time. I believe it's like 3 minutes of practice or something. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Same corner as last time. All right. So we are definitely slow. No practice. Of course it makes sense. Beautiful car. Beautiful livery. Of course it makes sense. But we will jump into qualifying now, and I was able to set a 106. I genuinely think I can hit a 104. I was finding points where I was braking way too early and having to trail brake a lot. I do think if I can just brake a little bit later, I can just accelerate more to get acceleration faster and rotation. So definitely not like it'll be a good race, but it's a lot of people in practice. There were 30 people in 30 drivers in practice. The most I've ever driven with is 24, and I was at a Formula Ford race, not 4. I really can't wait till the snow starts dropping. I haven't seen snow in so long. Living in Texas is just hot. And it's like it hasn't been really cold like this entire winter. Like the coldest it's gotten is like 40 degrees. But now we're getting 30-degree temperatures. On Sunday it's going to be high of 23 with a low of 9. Like single digit numbers. But yeah, I will practice a little bit. I'll talk to y'all after practice cuz it'll go into qualifying. Okay. Oh, of course.
Go left.
Well, practice is done, and I spun out on the same corner twice. It's just that corner, I accelerate on the dirt, and it just spins the car. But I will go into qualifying now. I hope to set a 106. Hopefully a 104, but 106 would be good. Of course.
One more lap. All right, there's the checkered flag.
I am so happy with that. 105, 370. That is great. I am so happy with that. I was able to improve by a lot, almost by a second. But I do think during the race we will be able to possibly lap a 104. Okay, there we go. Great stuff, man. Overall, like, we improved a lot during the qualifying session. In general, just a great qualifying session. I am excited to see what the race brings us. There are still 3 minutes remaining in the qualifying session for other people, but I believe we are seventh place out of 12. I thought it was going to be more. No way. I raced with Ilja Zimmerman. I've raced with him before. That's crazy. Mark Large, Riley. I do remember him vividly. Like, it was a Formula Ford race. Yeah. That's cool. That's sick, actually. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are starting eighth. Eighth is not bad at all. And first place has a 103.6. I have a 105.4. 105.3, but I'll round it up to 4. Sick stuff, man. Generally, it's going to be a great race. Hey. Here's the. Yeah, it didn't do anything to me because, yeah, I was disqualified. It's looking up to be a great race. I don't know if one of y'all watched the Welland Mazda MX-5 Cup. I've been searching like ever since Formula 1 ended. I've been like because every season ended. I will never resort to watch NASCAR, but yeah, I've just been looking everywhere for another series to watch because like racing, I was thinking about this the other day. Ever since I started sim racing and my dream was to become a Formula 1 driver, racing became my life. Like even when I go to Walmart, I drive the carts using a racing line. It's like I'll be driving and then I'm like, why am I hitting an apex in the bread aisle? It's like so yeah, but yeah, I just ever since I started sim racing, it's just like racing became my life. I watch basically every single motorsport besides oval racing and dirt racing. And yeah, it's just like I'm constantly thinking about trail braking. I'm constantly thinking about brake markers and where you can brake later. I think about lap times. So yeah, it just became my life, but great stuff, man. The MX-5 Cup that I watched today, it was great. Like actually, I had never watched the Welland MX. The only ones that I really watched were the IMSA WeatherTech Raceway Championship or something, where they raced the Rolex Daytona 24, 12 hours of 6 hours of Sebring, 4 hours of the Glen. You know, races like that. I had watched those, but especially watching Suelio Almeida, it's gotten me more into the Michelin Pilot Challenge and the other races that go along with it. Being also a little bit ago, before I started streaming, I was watching the BMW M Endurance at Daytona. It's like 4 hours of Daytona for the BMW M series that runs alongside that. Tomorrow the Daytona 24 starts, which is such a big race. I've watched the 24 hours of Le Mans, not in its entirety, for like 4 or 6 hours. Every 24-hour race or like 12-hour race that I've watched like 4 to 6 hours. I never watch it entirely, but the 24 hours of Daytona, I do want to watch it like in more entirety. Not entirely because 24 hours is a lot, but definitely a good couple of hours. And I will jump into the race. I'll talk to y'all after. Great, great grid.
The estimated strength of field is 1,071. Green, green, green. Car right. Go left. Still there, hold your line. Clear. Car right. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear. 2 wide. Clear. Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. Pick up the course. Try to slow down and give up that time. Clear. You've got wheel damage. You've got a slow car on the right. Car stops on the right. Go left. Go left.
Bro, what is wrong with you? This thing don't even burn out.
You're going the wrong way.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm last place.
for you. Car right. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear. Slow car ahead. Car stops on the right. You got a slow car on the right. Left side. Clear. Car on your left. Still there. Go right. Clear. We got damage on the front end. White flag this time. flag. It's over. Good job. Very good job.
Wow, such a good race. I love that combo. I mean, everybody who we were driving against was defending and attacking beautifully. Wow, but dang, did it get hot in here. Oh, being under pressure, man. I want to thank everybody who was in this race. We started 8th, finished 6th. Brennan Horton and Mark Large, if they're watching or at some point y'all get to watch this, y'all are great drivers. And definitely Brennan Horton, you can defend. It was such a good defense coming from that car. Mark Large also defending and driving beautifully. I was able to set a 104. Wow, just absolutely great stuff. And even the last lap it was a 103. Yeah, I could definitely feel myself going faster on the last lap. But wow, was that a good race. I will definitely be driving the Mazda MX-5 Cup again. You guys saw it was action packed and dang am I sweating. It got so hot in here. And it doesn't look like my safety okay, my safety rating did go up. 2.38. This is great stuff, man. And I was not far at all. The first place had a fastest lap of a 103.639 and I had a 6.83, so I wasn't off at all. And then fastest lap was a 103.487. Definitely the fastest lap was for me because I was attacking the guy in front of us like crazy. That was such a good race. Not that. So I wanted to talk more on the new Formula One cars that came out. The only ones I really talked about were Red Bull, and I talked very little on Audi. I couldn't really speak my mind that well that day. My parents were here. But yeah, SF26 is the newest one that came. This one came out yesterday. I will already say that why doesn't it show up? Is this it? Is this the new one? I don't think so. Where is it? There we go. I'm gonna be so for real. What is up with Microsoft Edge? Why would I translate it from Italian? It's showing me the SF24. SF26. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that because the car came out. Because I have to go to the real Ferrari website. Sure, accept all cookies. This is what I was saying. Man, the new cars are so awesome. I love the look of the Renault R25. And the new cars have the front wings. Everything about the car makes you want to drive them. They are sick. Also, look at this. Oh, active aero on the front and rear. Pushrod front and so all pushrod suspension. If you guys don't know, pushrod and pull rod means if I believe pull rod is like this, pushrod is like this, something like that. Yeah, whenever it goes over a curb, it goes like this, and then these would get pulled up. But yeah, double pushrod suspension. I believe Red Bull went for a double pull rod or double push rod or something like that. The halo's always been there. That's always been there. V6. It's basically an FF1600. The Formula 4 that we have driven is called the FF1600 because of a 1600cc displacement engine. This thing has the same thing. That's kind of sucks, but yeah, this is what I want to say. The liveries are very inspired. If you guys remember the Italian Grand Prix 2025, they had the tribute to the Ferrari 312T of yeah, they had a tribute of the Ferrari 312T of Niki Lauda, and they did like a tribute paint. This is the exact same thing. I think it's a tribute because 50 years ago was 1975, and no, that would have been last year. But yeah, something like that. Ferrari's always about that stuff, but sick looking car. The one thing I will say that is hilarious already is that the season hasn't even started and their car already broke down in preseason testing at Imola. 150,000 maximum RPM. How does that make sense? The engine can go that much? 72nd. See, look at this beautiful car. This new like rear light is cool, but also these indicators, not indicators, they're lights. But yeah, hopefully we can like this will be a better season for both drivers. I mean, you can just see it like both drivers. It just sucks that these are two great drivers. If anything, I will say that Charles Leclerc is definitely world championship material. Like he is definitely a driver who should have had crazy amounts of championships by now. Like I just say that because he's such a good driver because basically nobody can defend against Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen just attacks anywhere. Charles Leclerc is the one driver who can actually defend against Max Verstappen. Now I want to talk more on the Audi F1 that we still have a good amount of time left. Audi F1. This looks like the what I'll say it looks like the MP13 of Formula of Mercedes or the MP24. Yes, this one. This is what it looks like a lot. It looks a lot like this car, the red and silver, and even the dimensions I believe are very similar to the 2007 the 2000s cars. Smaller wheelbase, shorter wings on both sides, no more side pods, and no more ground effect. There's no more suction on the bottom of the floor, so I don't think we'll be hearing check for damage on the floor anymore. So, but yeah, I absolutely love the red. This sandblasted gray is just so cool, and the Audi logo, because Audi's coming in as an engine manufacturer too. It's super cool, and I also really like that it's not absolutely plastered um with sponsors because Ferrari, it's just HP. There's like 20 HP logos all over the car. And there's crazy amounts of sponsors. This one looks really nice. Also, Alpine released their car. I haven't seen this one actually. This is a 2024. Probably have to go to all. Yeah, show me the A526. I've clicked on introducing the A526 like 4 times. 2301. That's today. Yeah, I saw it this morning. Do I have to like click over here? I hate clicking on the magazines. Yeah, they always do this to you. Okay, this one is Cause I saw it. I wake up at 6 in the morning, so I did see it, and it was like it was very late. Not late. It was very early, but man, I wish I could find a better photo. I want to show y'all in more detail. Mercedes also, I believe, revealed their car. Okay, here you can see this one better. The Mercedes F1 car looks sick. I did see this one in the morning as well. There's George Russell and Kimi Antonelli. Yeah, not can't find basically anything on really sucks, but yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. Follow me on my socials. TikTok, it might not show up because I created my account and it got suspended immediately. I think because I type really fast on my phone, and I think that might have set something off. I filed an appeal already. They haven't done anything about it. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Kick, follow me on Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, come back on Monday. I will be driving Formula 4 at Iran Park Raceway, and we might drive something else later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on all the socials I just mentioned. Um, yeah, I have nothing else to say. Yeah, peace.